beautiful people, welcome to my channel. I am Yet Sing. Sorry about the background noise, but I couldn't resist being out on this beautiful spring day here in Cape Town, South Africa. Really needed some sun energy today. I would like to talk about shadow work, right? So firstly, what is shadow work? How does it work? It's a term that has gained a lot of popularity over the last 12 months or so. So I started shadow work in around about 2010. At that point in time, I did not know it was called shadow work. So shadow work is basically feeling, truly feeling every emotion that is going through you in that present moment and not judging it. Shadow work is about letting emotions and feelings from past experiences surface and feeling it and accepting it for what it is. Sometimes all it takes is one person to trigger something that could have even happened 10 years ago. And then the question is, do you react or do you respond? There's a difference between the two. React is when you do it unconsciously. It's when your body goes into that habitual mode of doing what it always does when put into a situation like this. So you just react unconsciously, say what you need to say, or you shut it off and you walk away. When you respond, you are taking your power back. It is about making a conscious decision in that moment of how you're going to choose to respond and choose to say certain things, consciously being aware of it, observing yourself moment to moment. So when you do shadow work and those things start to surface, you are responding, you are not reacting. You're responding because you are fully aware of what's happening inside of you and around you. Okay, so I'd like to share an example with you. Recently, there was somebody that got me upset. It triggered something, right? But as it was happening, I could see where it was coming from. And that person may have not necessarily been in the wrong. No. But in my eyes, it was wrong. It hurt me. I felt like I was giving my power away again, all over again. And I told myself I'll never repeat that. And it was stuff that happened years ago with my ex. So there were things that happened repetitively, and I didn't put a boundary in place during that period of time. And now I'm a totally different person. So now when the repeat happened, why am I feeling all of this? That's the shadow work coming up to the surface, right? It's coming into my awareness so that I can deal with it. I can accept it for what it is, see it for what it is. And I realized it was coming from those active memories that no longer serve me anymore. But at the same time, I can also put new boundaries in place from a place of love. So I chose to feel it. At that moment in time, I knew I was so emotionally upset, and I was observing myself that I knew that it was not the right time for me to address it. So I went quiet, I went inward for a few hours, and then when I was ready to have that conversation from a place of love and not anger and not hatred or not any self-judgment or judgment on the other person, I shared my feelings. That's shadow work. Yes, there are times, for example last year, where I went into something so deep. It was like going into the deep dark pit of the shadow soul, should I say. The reason why I say the shadow soul is there's a reason for that, because here on earth we live in a duality, right? So for our shadow aspects, there's also the opposite light aspects as well. And for us to move into the light, we need to work through the shadow to get into the light. So last year was just one of those years for me where my entire year was, I had all this deep, dark shadows surface. There was stuff from my teen years, from childhood, stuff that when I was 3-4 years old surfaced, memories, and sometimes it surfaced through while I was in meditation. Sometimes I just had flashbacks. Sometimes I could just be lying in bed and all this information will come straight into my awareness, and I'll just end up crying and crying and crying. There were times that I cried for days that I didn't even know why I was crying. But the thing is, it's not about being hard on yourself. It's about accepting it, not judging it, loving yourself through the process, giving your body what it needs through that process. Sometimes it could be loads and loads of sleep. Sometimes it could be some sugar. Sometimes it could be loads and loads of water. Sometimes it may be just to sit quietly in meditation or just listen to music. And what I found that helped me the most through this process of shadow work is to journal, is to write. Sometimes write all my feelings. What am I feeling right now? Where's this feeling coming from? And I used to symbolically release it through burning it, and I found that always helped. So yeah, if you are going through this shadow work and you're having similar experiences to what I have had, I do suggest writing. It is extremely powerful. It is not a way of just burning it and saying, well, it's done now. No, it's just part of the process of releasing it to the universe. Your experiences are real and you will always have those experiences, but you can change the perception of those experiences by healing your shadow side and bringing it into the light. Okay, thank you guys for watching. If this information resonated with you, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so. Share this information with people who can benefit from it. Sending you lots and lots of love and a big virtual hug. I know it's difficult being in this body and having this experience. It's difficult navigating through this. Just remember, you are loved. You are enough. Sending you a big virtual hug. Love you lots. Bye.